Our people in the present day cannot live without social media. Using of these media is continuously shaping our perspectives to the world. We communicate and make connections on sites such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. The number of social media users is increasing in a tremendous amount every day. But when people are involved in social media activities, some social media users are actually going smaller. This phenomenon is called the niching community. An CNN article demonstrates that social media users are migrating to smaller cycles. Smaller social media spaces, especially specific to an area of interest or skill, allow users to create a manageable social network. These specialized and subdivided communities will shape people's perspective to the rest of the world and can possibly cause a series of issues. First, social media give rise to subculture. A subculture is a group of people within a culture that differentiates itself from the parent culture to which it belongs. It develops their own norms and values regarding cultural, political, and sexual matters. For instance, social media communities helps to develop the BL fandom in China. BL means boys love. It is related to the romantic relationship of beautiful boys. The BL fiction is not readily accepted by Chinese mainstream. However, the various social media sites provide virtual space for BL authors and fans who are not able to participate in BL culture in reality, enabling them to share BL fiction and exchange their comments in social media community. Such a BL fan community, which used to be a subcultural group, is therefore empowered to come into the view of the public. As BL fandom gradually diffused into mainstream culture, some media productions began to cater to the interests of the BL fan community, and consumption of male homosexuality runs the risk of being drawn into the consumer's trap. Besides, since everyone can be a generator, a new era of mainstream is created. This will possibly challenge our social norm. Second, similarity and creative killer. It is tempting to say that ways of creating cultural objects have become less expensive and widely available now. Online tools such as video and music editing facilitate social media users to create and circulate cultural objects reassembled from others in the form of tribute, mashup, remix, and parody. Here is an example of a virus video called the Harlem Shake.
Con los terroristas. And do the Harlem Shake. Harlem Shake.
So when you see the video for first time, you probably thought that it is interesting and creative, but after you see that people imitate the video and repeat up to 1,000 times. Therefore, social media in this way is a creativity killer. It allows people to mostly communicate with similar individuals, which will expose these people to only certain kinds of information and closes people off to new ideas, subjects, and important information. Third, social media is a new religion. The internet today and social networks in particular give people the support that religions have previously provided. Having access to the global web, a person can find any comfort and any support. Enough websites and communities able to listen, advise, suggest, and so on. One example is the Me Too community on Twitter, where social media is definitely a religious community where people with common beliefs and values against sexual assault come together to share stories. However, people are prone to believe messages that affirm their viewpoint. Misleading or extreme beliefs cause problems. The prevalent self-harm community on social media sites is an example of how extreme beliefs induce negative impacts. There are thousands of pictures showing self-injuries or ways of suicide on social medias. Comments and pictures shown up to intensify viewers' knowledge and familiarity of self-hurting. People who are stressful or depressed will find a sense of community and support by connecting with other self-harmers online. In conclusion, these social media niche communities involve people with similar preferences, beliefs, and values, and shape our perspectives in many different ways. Social media communities address issues of subcultures that can challenge mainstream and violate social norms, forming the mainstream. The communities also enhance problems of similarities among contents, introducing a risk in creativity. People can have a hard time to accept new thoughts from different communities. Lastly, social media is a new form of religion. When extreme ideas are shared in a community, the users who firmly trust these messages will possibly get in the trap and put themselves into a dangerous position.